This is what we got for breakfast. Just what everybody wants for breakfast.
Yeah, you seem like
Good morning. It is day 27 today, and we had a 0 yesterday at Big Bear Lake, so it was really nice actually. Just spending some time sitting still, trying to catch up with things. So if you don't know, a 0 is where you have 2 nights on trail. So you arrive on one night and you stay, and then you have a full day where you don't do any kind of mileage or hiking, and then you head out the next day. So it's like an actual full day. So it is 2 nights. And Nero is where you have 1 night, so you've either got half an afternoon where you're not hiking or half a morning you're not hiking, but you generally do stay over on a Nero. Some people do actually hike into towns on Neros as well, where you can kind of go in at lunchtime and then head out later on the night. So it kind of works differently, but generally a 0 is 2 nights on trail. So basically what I did is when I arrived on the first night was I go out and got all my kind of resupply food, everything that I needed, and get some food, which was obviously a priority, wash my clothes, all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of busy and exhausting at first. And then on the second day, what I did, so the full day, is I literally stayed in the room all day long. And this is what happens when you're vlogging on trail. You don't actually get to go out and socialise and explore as much, because what you're trying to do is, first of all, you're recharging all your electrical devices, but then you're trying to go through all your footage and edit it and then upload it by using the Wi-Fi in the hotels. So it's a very lengthy process and you kind of go really antisocial in towns. So I managed to do that. I mean, it does involve staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes and getting up at 4 or 5 in the morning. But it's worth it because you end up catching up. And as much as you try and do editing when you're out on trail, a lot of the time you're trying to conserve your battery power, so you can't actually be on your phone all the time. So I do all my editing on my phone. So I transfer it from my camera's memory card to my phone and then edit it all and then upload it once I get to town. So it's a lengthy process, and I think I've got about 2 or 3 videos done. So again, it's a long time, but it's worth it because it's really nice to have memories and it's great to share it with everybody. So that was pretty much my day. Oh, and we got so much Thai food last night. I'm staying in a room with 2 other people and we ordered takeaway, so had all these different Thai foods. It was absolutely amazing. And then later on last night I went out to get a fuel canister, went for a couple of mile walks. It's just kind of nice going for a walk, even though you're resting, it's still nice to keep active, because otherwise this morning would be really hard trying to set off again. So I got my fuel canister, ended up getting a few more little bits, some fresh things, like I've got some spinach and an orange and things like that to take out on the trail with me. And what else have I got to tell you? Oh yes, I have a gear failure. So I've already had my bladder, which is split, and now I've got my Soya Squeeze water filtration system. So this little pouch that comes with the kit. So by 3 weeks it had actually failed. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's actually a slit here, just where the bottleneck is, and that's where it's leaking from. I kind of brought this out thinking it wouldn't last, because I had read a lot of people's reviews saying that they're not very reliable, they're not very easy to use, and they don't last. So I was kind of expecting it, which is fine. So I've got like another water bottle to keep me going, but this is going in the bin because it is no longer of use. But if anyone's thinking of using this as their main water supply, a lot of people do say that they don't last very long, so you might be worth getting a proper bladder or another water pouch or something to bring with you. But that's pretty much it for now. My phone is still trying to upload another video for you all, and then I think we're heading back to trail about 10:30, something like that, and going back out there. So I'm actually kind of can't wait. It's funny because when you set off, it's like starting school again on the first day. You kind of get a little bit nervous. I always get kind of pre-hike jitters each time. It's very strange, I don't know why. But then within like 10 minutes of being out there, you're kind of back into the groove again. So I will see you back on trail. I'm back on the PCT. It feels nice, it feels so good. I think the first 20 minutes of hiking always feels a little bit strange because you're trying to get back into the rhythm of it again. But oh gosh, it feels so nice. The backpack doesn't feel so nice. I've got 8 days worth of food in it, because what I want to try and do is make it to Wrightwood from where I am now, which is about, I mean, it probably won't take that long, but I always carry a bit of extra just in case, and so I don't have to come off early and go into town again. So yeah, it's feeling pretty heavy, but I've got some good stuff. I don't know if you can see, I've actually got spinach on the back of my backpack. It wouldn't fit in, so I've got a huge bag of spinach, so it'll probably cook itself before dinner time, and all wilt and go nice. I can throw it in with my food later. But oh, it feels so good to be back on trail, it really does. I don't know, you just feel happy again the second you step back. because I think when you're in town, especially if you're trying to vlog and do things, you're constantly looking at technology and trying to upload things, and then all of a sudden you get back on trail and it's like, okay then, I'm just hiking, I'm just gonna look at everything, I'm just gonna eat and sleep and then hike some more, and that's pretty much all you have to do. And I know we're making it sound really simple, but it's, I don't know, it's so freeing being out here. I absolutely love it. So I think we've got about a 9-mile section without water, so I've got plenty of water with me, plenty of food, and I'm just gonna see where the day takes me. I don't know how far I'll get. I set off about midday in the end because it takes quite a while to get back to the point where we left, and I'm just gonna enjoy it again and soak it all up. It's lovely and warm as usual here, and yeah, I feel all shiny and new, and it feels like the first day of school again, all clean and ready to go. Okay, so this is my first proper sighting of poodle dog bush. So any potential PCT hikers out there that don't know what it looks like, don't get this on you, because apparently it can be quite nasty. I believe there's something to do with the oils on it that can make you have a very bad allergic reaction, so don't go peeing near one of these. This is the PCT. It's a bit of an unusual path again. I love the sound when I'm walking on things like this. It sounds like you're actually walking on glass. See, this is when you know you've been out in the woods too long. When you're picking up your food from the dirt and sometimes blowing it and eating it, and sometimes just eating it. I've just been walking along and seeing all these on the ground. There's loads of them. It looks like someone's brought a load of blueberries out here and just scattered them everywhere. And at first I was thinking, why does this tree produce blueberries? Because it looks like a fir tree and this is where they all were. But it's not actually on this tree. It's coming from this one up here. I don't know if you can see this one. Let me zoom in a little bit. It's quite tall. But they're all falling off this tree. But it's making me crave blueberries now. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm going to now call it the blueberry tree because I still haven't figured out what it's called. But yeah, they're absolutely everywhere. Now this is what I absolutely love the most about hiking on the PCT. You can be hiking along and then all of a sudden decide, okay, I've had enough for today, I'm going to stop, and then you just kind of wander anywhere you want and find a spot that's flat. And this area is absolutely gorgeous. We've probably been walking about 7 miles since we set off, so kind of a short afternoon, but I feel so exhausted from town. It's kind of, I don't know, I always eat probably too much food, I think, maybe, and also the packs are a lot heavier, so it's kind of nice to get into camp early sometimes and just have a little bit of a break and a chill out and then have an early night. And what we're going to do is get up nice and early in the morning and hit the trail. But this tent site is absolutely perfect. Let me show you around. So the trail is literally just over there, which we didn't realise when we came over here. We walked from a different angle, and we've got all these beautiful trees all around us, and this is my home for the night. So it's just, I'm going to stay with the fly off because it's just a gorgeous evening and there's no rain forecast, and it's just absolutely perfect.